The podcast that you're about to listen to does not care about your emotions, your hypersensitivity, or your political correctness. If you wish to continue, then
shut up and sit down.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. You're listening to the A5 podcast. I'm Frank, a.k.a. PJ, here with John.
you make my life hell.
Fabian.
You.
And special guest, Trisha.
Hey, guys.
What is going on, Trisha? We're happy to have you, fellas. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I guess you all right. Well, hi, Trisha. How you doing? What's going on? Glad you're here.
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Word.
It's been a long time in the making, and we finally were able to get you on. We're happy to have you on, especially for tonight's topic.
Well, what would that be?
Because, we needed a woman's opinion. We're going to get into Valentine's Day and try to give you guys multiple sides of the story, at least as best we can. Before I get into that, though, really want to give a shout out to Special Marine Air Ground Task Force Crisis Response Africa 20.1 Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit.
That's a lot.
That's a mouthful.
Yep.
That's a mouthful. They're basically, to put it simple, bomb techs deployed right now that we found out listen to us, and we couldn't appreciate you guys more and for giving us your attention while you're on deployment. Hope we bring you some good vibes, some entertainment while you're serving this country, and thank you so much.
Salute.
Yep, thank you.
Salute.
So now that we got that out of the way, who's ready for Valentine's Day?
Boo.
Anybody? Okay, we got your answer, Fabian.
Yeah. I guess if you're single, you don't have to worry about that too much, but...
Damn, you know my feelings.
That felt mad sad. Like, ouch.
But if you, you have a little something out there, you still got to go through the motions, I guess,
I don't know.
Even if you're going through the process of dating or courting, you still got to send a little something, even if you're not your significant other, right?
It depends on your views towards it. It doesn't matter to you, Trisha? Do you care about Valentine's Day?
No.
No. All right.
Dude, that's surprising. I'm going to say.
That's actually contrary to a lot of women out there that actually are.
It's considered the women's holiday.
Did you bring me here to be everyone or myself?
Oh, yes.
This is
spicy.
Get at him.
Spicy.
Get at him.
Nah, because Fabian talked the most shit.
I think Trisha's gonna be calling you out on some bullshit this whole episode. Take some pressure off John and I for a change. It'll be welcome.
Word.
That's right.
I'm curious as to why though. Hold up. I'm curious as to why you don't really fuck with Valentine's Day. That's odd to me.
I can tell you.
Please do.
Well, first off, it's my son's birthday.
Oh, my son's birthday.
Well, it's also
our son's birthday. Well, not our, but you get the point.
Birthday. That works.
That's crazy, bro. That's nuts.
So on that day we're celebrating his birth. Like that's
so
in our
nuts.
family. That's what it is, and
that's
we
awesome.
don't feel the need to conform to society. Sort of like you got to do this on this day. To me, it's my son's birthday.
That's dope. I'm literally like we had our son. He'll be 2 on Valentine's Day, and so before,
really?
Yeah, I wasn't like that's. That's so crazy. But my wife, she's like, oh, what do you want to do for Valentine's Day? I'm like, I don't know, big Jason a cake. Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, let's get him a cake and let's throw him a little party, and. She doesn't care as much because it's his birthday, but she used to, because all girls, I guess they feel growing up like, oh, I'm getting the card in class, and so these boys have to give me attention, and so that's why I think it's bullshit, because it's not fair. You know what I mean? It's really all about the women, and so I'm so lucky to have
Stop right there.
It is.
Valentine's Day should be only about the women.
Hold up.
What? Wait, what? All right. See, it was gonna that was gonna come up, but I didn't think it was gonna come up this soon.
How, Sway?
Let's get to the point.
Yeah, why?
I want to hear it. I want to hear why
is it all about the women?
Why should it be all about the women?
Because the woman should be the prize.
So the women is not the prize on her birthday or on Christmas or any other fucking day of the year? Mother's Day?
No, every single day, 365.
Bruh. So a dude don't even get his birthday, is what you're telling me.
He definitely gets his birthday.
No. It's included within their day.
He'll get.
It's still their day, but you get a piece now.
Sidebar: your wife ever get mad at you because you don't want to celebrate your birthday the way she wants you to celebrate your birthday?
Absolutely.
Bro, every year since we've been married, she's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Nothing." Same shit. Nothing. You don't want to do it, like, dude.
I've learned if I
Not
say
even like dinner. I mean,
like, nah, man. I'm not celebrating. I got gray hairs now. It's over. Like, I don't want to celebrate this shit anymore.
Listen, I think it should be both ways. You know what? And I didn't think that till recently, and I thought it was a great idea. Well, not recently. So my last relationship, she said, "You know what? How about we just not get any?" It was her idea. How about we not get anybody get each other anything, and let's get a couple's day massage and just spend the day together and just do something that we could both enjoy.
I feel like that's more of a ploy. That's a ploy
That's
to
still
get her a
gift, though.
massage.
No, that's.
no.
I get
No,
it.
because I be getting one too. So
Wait.
Yeah, but and who paid for it?
Oh. Good point.
I'm saying if it's for both of you,
said,
you both pay for it. All
Yeah, you don't
right.
have to worry about getting an extra gift. They worry about the birthday.
Right, 'cause you
Christmas,
got
and
the gift of
Valentine's
the
Day. She's like,
massage.
all right, we're both gonna get a massage.
Dude,
You
it's
got
a-
ployed into it because
It's
it's
a
for you
made
too.
up holiday that
Well,
that
maybe she wanted his time at like going out and doing it together. You can't just say she was in it for the massage.
But no, I
Maybe
feel,
in
I feel,
hindsight you
I
can.
feel like I can because she has him all the other days, or should have him all the other days. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe he wasn't giving enough attention, nigga.
A lot of time, but because it's Valentine's Day, you got to do something.
Like,
So
isn't
it's
that fucked up? Like, yo, who do we blame as men? I think we blame the chocolate companies because we need to Google this. We need like an intern or some shit that gets to Google shit.
Oh, there's
because
definitely the big companies are like they're
I don't get it.
selling you crap.
It's like diamonds for women, right? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I get that. Chocolates, no.
With diamond company, the same thing that happened with the chocolate companies. The diamond companies did the same thing, and that's why we had to buy you rings.
No, it's a totally different thing. That
It came from the same concept. I'm going to sell more diamonds by getting women to want them.
Yeah, you have to make them attractive.
Controlled by the supply, and chocolates is by.
They're like, yo, diamonds are like fucking Nintendos, bro. Like, there's enough of them. They just don't put them shits out, and
I
they
know, it's
make
all
you
control.
wait, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So, there's a fucking big ass earth. It's
that-
gotta be diamonds.
Well, I had read at one point that like the market for diamonds that was created, like they had to give the impression of rarity. So like so much of it was withheld initially to create it, and like there was this whole. Really, it's a marketing ploy around
Fucking
It's
Nintendo.
De
Diamonds.
Beers, I think is how you say it.
I think that's what it was. That
I've never heard of that.
it was.
It's like this organization that basically like completely restricts the supply of diamonds and makes them worth
More valuable.
That's
Yeah.
insane to me.
But they have a complete lock on the entire commodity.
right.
That is insane to me. It's one entity, I'm going to assume.
One entity.
But can we all agree that Valentine's Day is a purely made up holiday? It's purely a marketing holiday, almost
Right.
like. What? There's another one.
Well, I think there is a story behind it, but what it actually functions in society is corporations selling people chocolates and flowers that die after a week.
And guilting men into like, and the thing is, you never see like a man's Valentine's Day commercial, because you know what? We don't give a shit about hearts and flowers and shit. Like the design, like the look of Valentine's Day is nothing manly about
Right.
it. You know what I mean? It's not for us, and I think we should fucking take a stand as men. You know what I mean? It's bullshit.
so,
but just still.
It's bullshit because you know it's a fight you can never win.
Well, of course not, because women run the world with the pieces. You know what I mean? You know,
with their vaginas.
I
It
mean,
is what
it's
it is.
more. It's more than that. Ain't the only piece. There's a
All
lot
right.
of pieces to a woman. It's not just that part. That's just probably the best part.
So we're all kind of in agreement that it's pretty much.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap, but it's
it's for
a
women.
female holiday, but
Yes.
it's supposed to be.
Bruh, try to-
supposedly it's supposed to be recognized.
Try
for
to
both
take
parties.
Valentine's
I
Day
mean-
away.
I think it's good to have a day where you like, celebrate, hey, I'm doing something active to show you that I love you. Like, and I think that that's a function that could be part of Valentine's Day. But I also think on the flip side, there's definitely that commercialization of it that doesn't really appeal to me personally.
And I think that's the disgusting part.
I get torn on it, right? Because you shouldn't need a specific like day to show your loved ones whatever, right? Like you should always have that kind of care and whatnot. Like there's probably, I'm sure, tons of relationships that the only time the guy does anything conscientiously for his wife, like, and puts that extra effort, gets the roses, or gets the jewelry, or whatever the case may be, is Valentine's Day. Outside of like Christmas and shit like that, right? Like that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I think so.
It definitely is. I just think
I don't think that's sad, bruh.
If you're only doing that one day, like I get my wife roses relatively regularly.
Okay.
Like once a month,
Okay.
once every other month. Not
when
roses,
do you
excuse me,
get
flowers.
when do you get your roses? What day of the year do she come in? Hey, baby, I got some chocolate.
But this is the
Name
difference.
one day.
This is the difference. Would he appreciate flowers?
Or the equivalent.
Would
It
you
wasn't
like to
literal
receive
fry. I didn't
Would
mean.
you like to receive flowers from your wife? Honestly.
Depends on the flowers.
Well,
No,
he's
probably not though.
He's a sensitive kind of guy.
Okay, but if it makes his wife feel loved when he brings her flowers, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, that's
And
not,
I'm saying
I
that
didn't mean
doesn't have to
literally
be on
flowers.
Valentine's Day, though. Is my point.
What I'm saying
whatever
is,
it is.
that one day is designated for women to get their flowers, and I'm just trying to figure out what day of the year where the women have to come in with a fucking tool set and some, you know what I'm saying?
No,
some chewing tobacco. Like I don't know what day is that.
All right.
Father's Day?
Dude, I'm a father, and I'm telling you, that's not even a day to us.
In all
It's cool.
fairness,
No, I'm telling you, because the kids don't give a shit.
about what?
About Father's Day, dude, and I have enough of them. Trust me.
No, not
oh,
till you
happy
get-
Father's Day.
no, not till you get older, though.
The oldest one, she'll like, she'll do something. She'll like draw me a card, but the other ones, the mother be like, "Yo, say Happy Father's Day," and they'll just look at me like. Yeah, all right. Like, just keep going. Happy Father's Day, nigga. Like, they don't say that, but that's what they looking like. And so, no, but on Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, mommy. You know what I'm saying? They losing their fucking minds.
But it's also a different vibe. Like I feel like, in all fairness, women do more thoughtful acts regularly than men do. They show that care and do like those
That's fair to
conscientious
say.
acts
Yeah, that's fair to
more than men
They
do.
create the actions that prove.
Do they know that we bleed for them and like pain for them
No,
and shit? They
because
don't know that?
because as the man, like you're
just not supposed to say anything,
We're
right?
keeping our shit together and not
Yeah.
letting them know nothing
You know how
about
many
our
ouchies
struggle.
how many ouchies I
How
get?
many ouchies?
From fucking just from my wife, like, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, I'm the fucking man. I'll go do this
Yeah,
shit.
I mean,
and it's like, yeah, I know, you know what I mean? And it's like,
We've talked about
But I can't complain.
toxic masculinity. That's not on them. That's our fault.
no, but
But at the same
bruh,
time,
if you
there's
go to
al-
your wife complaining about something that
Sorry,
happened.
Can you explain to
I cut
me
my
like,
toe off.
specifically what you mean by toxic masculinity that way?
So, toxic masculinity, at least in my view, is like this idea of what a man is supposed to be and how it inhibits your actions and your thought processes. How society has imprinted this idea of what a man does. Like, the man's the guy that fixes stuff. The man's the guy that protects the house. The man's the guy
you're
that
saying
doesn't
the
complain.
male stereotypes are toxic masculinity. Is
The,
that
well,
what
the,
you're defining it
the
as?
toxic traits of that. Like, we're not allowed to feel in this world.
So the drawbacks is what.
Right. Like, the feeling that you can't be who you genuinely are, whatever those traits are that are stopping you from being genuine, are toxic traits. And if they're specific to a man, it's toxic masculinity.
That's not the definition of toxic
Yeah,
masculinity as it is in the world today.
I don't even know if
people
it's toxic.
believe that masculinity in general in itself is kind
We're
of
gonna look it
toxic,
up again.
especially. Well, you ever heard the term mansplaining? I just found this out not too long ago.
Yeah, some
Like,
bullshit made
Evan
up.
speaks to that term.
Man's
Like if I were to interrupt you right now, Trisha, in the middle of a conversation, but I were to interrupt you, no problem. But if I were to interrupt her and she hardcore believes in that, she's gonna be like, "Well, you're mansplaining, or you're interrupting.
but I don't-
You're being toxic.
we just
you're
make shit
toxic
up as we go
masculine,
along and
blah, blah, you can't
conveniently
interrupt me, you
fit
can't
our
over-dominate
arguments.
me, and it's considered a sexist act.
Humans are amazing how we come up with shit on the fly to fucking defend the things that we want to defend. Like, I don't know how to fucking defend this. This motherfucker's cutting me off. You're mansplaining. Like, what?
I think
You're what?
it's a
Man, what?
real, I think it
Mansplaining.
is a real thing, but I think that hurling it around too often, like, degrades, and then it becomes an insult. So then you can just insult someone and they have to shut up because now you've accused them of being some sort of asshole.
Right. We got to work on Earth, man. Like, humans are not getting better. We're not.
Getting ready to recycle.
What?
I kind of hope you're right.
The Earth is getting ready to recycle.
I kind of hope you're right.
That means
needs to.
getting rid of
All of
and
us.
reusing. I mean,
Listen,
yeah, probably.
For the sake of a better humanity in the future, if possible, I'm with it. Because us as a species, we're not cutting it.
No, we're
We're just not. Smart as shit, but
Why do
dumb
you
as-
think that is?
I think we're inherently
Like,
destructive.
what part of human nature has like brought us to this point in society?
Selfishness.
Oh yeah.
But
that's-
is that selfishness out of necessity?
No.
No.
Has that become a necessity of
No.
this world?
No. We create. I get you now. That's what you want to say, but originally, no. It's not like there's not enough land for everybody to own a home and some land on this earth, dude. There's so much. You drive.
So you don't think we have a lack of resources?
I think it's not that we have a lack of resources
Because of
we have
selfishness.
huge entities taking them all up. And if we don't have these huge, I mean, how much electricity does one Walmart run in a town? You know what I mean? I don't know how much water do they use? 24 hours, 365.
Mm-hmm.
That's resources. You know what I mean? And so when we say there's no resources, like, no, there is. It's just that the ones that have all the money have to have all the resources.
So there's
Look
an
at
over concentration of capital.
if that's what you want to call it. I don't know how to define it. I just see it for how I see it. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up. We're not getting better.
It seems like you're saying that as
But,
as
okay,
human
so do
beings
you
have a
think-
consumer problem.
So do you think that we're in this condition though as a result of a select few people being greedy, or people at large across the board just as
All of us.
Well,
The people who are broke, the people who are rich, everybody in between, we're all greedy because we all want the most. And guess what? We bitch about Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs and fucking all these other rich motherfuckers. But if it was us, give me my money. It's just because we're on the bottom.
Well,
And
I mean, there's a saturation of wealth.
no, I agree.
I mean, I really don't see a problem with that, to be honest.
part of it.
You see no problem with one human being having the vast majority of all the capital that exists.
And the vast majority of all the capital that exists, well, here's the thing. I feel like if you are able to put yourself in a position where you're able to get that capital, like if any one of us
No,
could
I'm
possibly do
talking
that.
about old money. Now, I'm
Old
not
money.
talking about like your ability to like start a business and increase your wealth, maybe invest in something, be smart.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about
yeah.
that. I'm talking about when money that it has conglomerated belongs to people who you're not even in competition with.
But a lot of that actually falls on us more than so that individual who actually established something that people tend to consume or tend to service that they tend to utilize. Like for us, we're at fault. If you don't believe in Jeff Bezos' money and you feel like he comes from something or you disagree with who he is and he's too rich, then don't use Amazon. It's as simple as that. I mean, I feel like
I mean,
Well,
that's a great protest. It certainly is. But as far as it being effective, it's null and void. It's just like a personal sacrifice. to not use
I think a
Amazon.
lot of it though
well, I
falls
mean,
to
if you-
kind of
if
what
you're
John
really
was
true to your
saying.
convictions, then you would actually do that. I mean,
Well,
I know a lot of people that do that.
absolutely. But that
So-
still doesn't address the larger issue.
I think a lot of it, though, Trisha, also falls to what John was saying in terms of the selfishness about it, because people love to eat their cake and have it too, right? People love to complain about certain things, right, but still want to have access and use of things. So a byproduct on top of it is that they'd rather be ignorant to what's going on and not know or look past than for the conveniences involved, rather than address it. As long as their world, their bubble isn't affected, they'll be okay. Like that's how most people address. Everyone saw that Super Bowl ad, right?
Which one?
With the I think it was the new Kia or new Hyundai or some shit that the dude got out, pushed the button, and the motherfucker parked itself.
Oh yeah, that was with
Why the hell is
Captain
that?
America.
Why the hell is that needed? Why? Right? Because people don't want to park.
I don't know. There's some people that do need that.
Right.
Have you ever seen some parking in the city?
But
Yeah, you
people
need that.
don't want that
They don't wanna
convenience,
learn.
right? So even when you look at things like Valentine's Day, like we were talking about before, right? Why is it such a major holiday? It's considered a holiday for some, right? You may not have the day off,
Consumerism.
but you need to go buy something for your loved one, right? Because people like to feel special. That's what it's about.
The thing is, if everybody else, you don't want to be the one left out. That's the worst thing. You don't want to be the guy that's not buying something on things. On
Thanksgiving.
On Valentine's Day, I'm hungry. On Valentine's Day, when every other guy's doing it. So now, if you don't, your girl gonna be looking at you like, oh, he got her a ring, and you ain't got me shit, but some chocolates, nigga. You know what I mean?
Well,
Well, then you have the whole competition shit.
Well, that's my point. And so now it dropped. Now I got to go out and one up the next man for some reason. I'm not even fucking his girl. I just have to do better.
See,
you know what I'm saying? For some reason,
You hit on what guys get out of Valentine's Day.
nothing. Pussy's not a gift.
No.
It's not,
All right. First of all, I beg to differ.
Then your dick is a gift too because they want that just the same way.
I can't speak to that for her,
Boy, please.
but that's realistically that's what many a men are trying to get the gift for.
You would take pussy as a let's say you buy your girl some diamond earrings for Valentine's Day. Y'all have the spa. Y'all go to dinner. You go.
I'm gonna speak.
And what you get as a gift is some pussy. The same pussy that you was getting before.
Exactly.
That wasn't a gift on January 11th, but now it's a gift on February 14th.
All right,
And you're
your
fine.
wife knows January 10th next year. That's when you cut it off.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We just got to start. We just got to do some negotiations.
I'm sorry.
It'll be like the 17th. He'll be like sweating.
What the fuck's going on here?
I'm sorry. Valentine's Day is almost like it's a special occasion, and just shit is different. Things go down differently. The same way you buy your girl that gift or those flowers or those chocolates, whatever. She's a little different for whatever reason. That extra effort to make things happen happens.
But my question is, if you did that same thing on just a random day, would you have that same?
Nope.
That's the question.
All right.
If you want to
And
give
this
me
is
a
what I
pussy
think-
as a gift
Which
on
I'm
Valentine's Day, it has to be
I don't
two
want to give you
pussies.
anything on
It
Valentine's
can't
Day.
be one. That's not a gift. Two is a gift, not one. Just saying. I don't make the. I saw that in a meme, but I agreed with it. You know what I mean? Because we're in that age of that. You see a meme, and you know what? That motherfucker's right. But I'm just saying, one is not a gift. Two is a gift. Proceed.
What were you saying, Trisha?
To what?
That
I
totally blew my
apologize.
mind and I lost my train of
I
thought.
apologize. but if you're going to
Wait,
give
to
your
what
man,
is a gift?
If
women?
you're going to decide to give your man pussy for Valentine's Day, it can't be one. It has to be two. That is the gift.
To women.
Yes, two pussies.
Okay,
Nah,
all
I'm
right.
not into that.
I'm not saying you are. So then don't give me no pussy. That's just comes with it.
So wait,
You're
you would
get-
rather not have it at all then?
No, I mean we're gonna have. Okay, you want to wait till the 15th? I mean, what's the difference? What's the difference? Right? 'Cause
January 10th. January 10th.
she's gonna write that shit down.
January 10th. Go get your pen.
I feel like there's some kind of secret communication with the women listening right now, like
Oh, they know.
that she's putting out there. Like the Girl Network, I feel is like I'm team
Team girl all day.
they're-
So.
Word, girl power.
Wait.
I love women. It's just sometimes they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And they control you with their body parts. You gotta take your power back, men. On
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, take it. Listen, get yourself a drill set.
That might
Get-
be either some bad advice
You know,
or not bad
nah,
advice.
yeah.
really. Like, that's,
Take your power.
You look at
Why?
Dog pound.
Take men should be able to take their power. Listen, your body, your choice.
we don't.
You don't just give it up.
Are you on some Me Too right now?
You goddamn right. You don't just give it up on Valentine's Day. It's your body too. You know what I'm saying? You have to have consent and all that shit. Dude, I saw a video on Twitter the other day, and it was like one of those interview things that they're just asking people on the street, like, oh, what would you do if your man like denied you sex? And all of the women were like, I would, like, what do you mean? I'm taking it. Like, he can't do that. You can't tell me no. And I'm just sitting here like, bruh. Ain't that a mother? Like, imagine, dude, a bunch of dudes just sitting down, and it was like, oh, what would you do if your woman decided, oh, I'm taking it? What do you mean? She can't tell me no. All of them niggas have been locked up immediately. But since they're women and they were like pretty girls, they was black girls mostly, and it was just like, I would feel the kind of way. He can't tell me no. No. If I tell
that was a good imitation of a black woman, by the way.
Listen, I have experience. Yeah.
You don't say it.
It's just a crazy double standard. So that's why,
it's not a double standard.
Oh, dude, it's a double standard.
Okay, listen. A woman cannot rape a man. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Here we go.
What do you mean that a woman cannot rape a man? Like, please explain that to me.
Yeah,
I need to hear this.
That was a wild concept right there.
A man needs to have an erection to have sex. It's like simple.
No. It's been proven that an erection is simply a physical response, not an emotional one.
Right.
That is
because I'm sure
proven.
that there are women who get raped and their vaginas get wet and they don't want it to, but it's a body.
No, that's not true.
I don't know, man.
Are you getting something that never happens?
Because it's the physical
I'm saying
reaction.
That a woman's vagina will not be wet unless she's like consenting. You can't. That's how it works.
Okay, well, I can't dispute that because I don't have a vagina, so it's not. I just know that
What'd you say?
that. Listen, well, maybe you can still do it with boys because guys get erections all the time that they don't want. You ever been in fucking math class, Fade? Yeah, you've been in math class before, and it's like, I don't want this.
As Eddie Murphy said,
let me ask you something.
I'm not standing up.
You ever get like chased by a dog or something?
I have.
Did you have an erection?
No, the dog bit me twice.
A woman is not attacking you.
Nah, bro.
You're getting an erection.
Bro, it's different. Men's body, just like I can't tell you what your stuff does when you can't tell me. I mentally know I don't want to have sex with you, but my body is like, you're holding me down. What do you want me to do?
I mean, I'm not a man. How can I dispute it? If that's how you say it is, then that's what
because every man that you will ever meet, doesn't matter what his age, he'll tell you his dick is out of his control sometimes. Like, there's nothing, you don't want a boner right now. Like, why am I getting one of these?
Especially when you're younger, too.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm sitting here like I'm fucking doing a puzzle. Like, what's happening?
Not when you were getting chased by a dog, though, right?
Bruh.
It never happened then.
I've gotten some boners in some weird places. So I don't know, man.
Where did Frank go?
I don't know. I think he went to the bathroom. We don't need him. The show goes on. I just feel like Valentine's Day is a really fucked up thing, and that once women start reciprocating some of that love, then maybe men will be into it. Give us some cool designs on. Why can't we get stars and shit? You guys got hearts.
It sounds to me like you need like objects. You need someone to give you possessions or gifts.
No, I just need the reciprocity of attention. It's not about what you give me. It's about I have to plan the day to make sure that you have the best Valentine's Day ever. It's never you planning the day to make sure that I or we are having the best Valentine's Day ever.
Okay, but
There's no reciprocity.
How much planning does your wife do for you on a daily basis?
All the fucking time. But before. On the other side, how many ouchies do we get for the women? It's the same thing.
Does your wife cook most of the dinners at home?
100%, man. I can't. But I can't cook for shit.
When she wakes up in the morning, she thinks about what she's going to prepare you for a meal in the evening, and you're complaining you got to buy her chocolates one fucking day of the year.
No, it's not about the chocolates. it's about and it's not, dude. I got Mother's Day. Her birthday was a couple of fucking days ago. What do you mean? It's
she
not.
She feeds your ass every night.
Yeah, but you said
every
it's
night
one.
She performs that service.
And then once a year, I get a plastic cup from one of my kindergarten kids that says "Happy Father's Day, Dad," and it falls apart once I put coffee in it. And that's the highlight of that.
Ignore my comments.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm just giving you my point, just like you gave me yours. And
deflecting.
Listen, no.
He's saying.
I agree. She does all of that, but that doesn't mean she's supposed to get all the attention all the time. I got
She
feelings
just
too.
wants it on Valentine's Day.
And her birthday,
but see,
and
my- but see,
Christmas,
my thing
and
is-
Thanksgiving,
Can you
and
count those
Halloween.
days on your
Well,
hand, or do you need?
Oh, it's more
you
than
need to
that
get
because
your
those are
toes
just the
out?
holidays that you're forced to. There's May's, there's May 3rds. There's days out there where she just wants to. Can you just do this? It's like, yeah, I can't say no. Like I took vows, so I'm not even allowed to say no.
It was so exasperated.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
See,
It's
but-
because you can't say no to your wife.
Listen, my thing is
I
that
can if it's
You
like
can.
really extreme, but general shit, you're not allowed to say no.
What happened, Faye? Go
my
ahead.
thing is that you do the right thing. Not saying this is for all women out there, but I know this is the problem I have with it. It's almost expected. If you're the type of dude, all right, babe, we're gonna have a date night. All right, we're gonna go watch a movie. Oh, what do you want to do today? I'll take you out to this place, or do all that, right? And then all of a sudden, Valentine's Day comes around, and you don't do anything. It's your ass.
Of course.
Meanwhile, you forgot the past month we've done that maybe at least 4 or 5 times. If I, in that month, went out to dates, did whatever, took you out, even treated you, bought you something, just had a good old time with each other. But Valentine's Day, for some reason,
I know.
it's expected.
You know the reason.
Regardless, even if you're doing
She
that
has
for 3
to
shit-
show
Yeah,
the other
all-
bitches that you're
I think
better
that-
than her. Their
That's the
man.
only
That's
problem
what
I have
this is
with it.
all
And I'm not
about.
saying it's all women. Other people appreciate it. Like, you know what, babe? I recognize
It's
you
a
be doing-
competition.
You do that almost all the time. So you
my
don't
man
have to
got
do
me
it
a
on
band.
Valentine's.
So if you have such a problem with it, why don't you just talk to your wife about it and be like,
Oh, nah, she cool.
let's be done with Valentine's
Nah,
Day.
we have a kid that has a birthday on Valentine's Day. It's
Oh,
over
yeah,
now.
that's
You know what I
right.
mean? So thank God. You know what I mean?
You're just-
He's almost like playing devil's advocate.
Right.
Like
you're
prior
just- you're
to, it was a
talking the
thing.
larger-
Right, because I've absolutely done things for my wife on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of guy do you think I am? I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I talk
stupid,
shit, but
he
I'm not dumb.
You
but
just think
now,
it.
no, but in real life, no. It's a birthday now, so cool.
Yeah, I'm not really a Valentine's Day guy. Like I said, I get it, but no. It's
I think if people like really want to have like successful relationships, they should just do little things consistently throughout the year.
yes.
Instead of
I agree
you know, being
wholeheartedly.
like you can't have one large dose of like, I love you, I love you, I love you,
And then
like,
nothing the rest of the
and then
year.
nothing the
Yeah,
rest
that's a
of the
good
year.
point.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Much
Absolutely,
better
yep.
like off being like consistently showing in small ways than in a big
That's
way
a good
on
point.
one
But
day.
I think that's why Valentine's Day really got so big outside of like the whole commercialism of it, like because especially when it initially started and a trait that continues now, people don't take the time to give to each other on a consistent basis, like you're saying, right? So now you have this day that's coming up, especially on the woman's standpoint, right? Because women are just usually more emotional beings. Now you have this day that's coming that's devoted to love. So for women, it's like, yes, finally I'm going to get his attention. I'm going to get his emotion. I'm going to get all the stuff that I've been deprived of for the last year.
It doesn't have to be about that.
Yeah, I feel like
No, but
that,
I
you
think
have a
for-
problem if you do. If you
I
have
think
to do
for
that.
I think for a lot of women it is about that though. And I think that's
Well, then
a
that sounds like an unhealthy dynamic. I mean, I don't think that that's necessarily like across the board. That's what it speaks to what Valentine's Day is.
I think that's how it developed to be so big because at one point you did have a lot of men who were super closed off from stuff, right? Who didn't show that emotion and
does that
whatnot.
tie back
Yeah.
into how do you say it?
Toxic masculinity.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's toxic masculinity. I
the-
think that's just the culture of being a man in general. Toxic masculinity is a completely different term that's used now about being the bad traits of being a man, or trying to say that certain things we do as men
Are toxic.
a bad thing.
Yes.
However,
I
that's
think
not
it's
toxic.
the idea that like if you're pushing that sort of thing onto the human, as opposed to like, I think that men can do masculine things and that's fine, but the idea of it being toxic is maybe like
how it affects
when-
other people.
No, I think it's more of like the idea of convincing boys to conform to that.
Well,
No, well, I would say yes to a degree, but I feel like every time we've heard the term toxic masculinity, it's always in response to somebody feel like they felt a certain way that masculinity
Well,
was actually
how it's-
oppressive to them in a way.
Toxic
Definitely used in ways that are meant to shut down communication. I don't dispute that. And that's a problem with lots of different things across the board. But I don't think that we've come to a good definition of what it is.
I think people make it kind of what they want it to be to fit their whatever their argument is. I think
had looked it up
there's
before.
a lot of
I should've
that
read it.
going on. Just with most like buzzwords and phrases now, like you get there's like 20 buzzwords like snowflakes, all these different fucking buzzwords that people just they'll slap on some shit and say, well, you're that now. But we don't really have the definitions because these are all just new phrases and new explanations for things. And people,
You think they just like are making shit up? So, like, as they go along?
absolutely.
Like,
I think that happens a lot.
It
Though.
started with us, but it's the newer generation where certain behaviors we have as men and women become a problem in society, and they deemed it a problem in society, so they give it certain labels.
Well,
now
we're in
a little bit of aggressive as a man, or just me deciding to punch PJ, just be like, hey. Just because
well, now we're in a.
Oh no, you don't have to be aggressive like that. That's some toxic masculinity shit. That men should not be like that. It's a new definition of what.
So the definition keeps shifting. That's what the problem is.
Well,
or they feel like certain parts of that definition should be changed. Like they can't. Just for the example, like I said before, if that's just me interrupting you in the middle of a conversation, that's just somebody being rude.
According
but if
to
a man does it to a woman and they believe in that idea, it's all of a sudden considered toxic masculinity, considered misogynist or sexist or whatever because you did it to a woman. Meanwhile, you could be doing that to everybody and their mother because you're just a rude fucking person.
According to wikia.org, toxic masculinity refers to the socially...
Not necessarily with like the individual time that it happens. I think it's like the higher statistics. It doesn't have to be one single man cutting you off.
Look.
It's just the idea that
I have a definition for you.
More than it's going to happen to a man in his individual sort of experience.
I have a definition for you.
So if you overspeak me right now, it could just be you were thinking and you wanted to say something quick to me. But if I experience that, out of 90% of my interactions with a man, it's about the aggregate. It's not about you specifically. It's about my experience. Does that make sense?
I get it.
It does.
It's similar to like a race thing. A sex things and race things, there's like lots of overlap between them. And you could talk about how the color of your skin changes some of the interactions that you've had your entire life just because it's the color of your skin. But it doesn't necessarily, it's not indicative of the other person you're interacting with directly. It's about the aggregate.
I understand.
According to Wikipedia, it is defined by adherence to traditional male gender roles that restrict the kinds of emotions allowable for boys and men to express, including social expectations that men seek to be dominant or the alpha male, and limit their emotional range primarily to expressions of anger. That's, according to Wikipedia, what toxic masculinity refers to.
And I'm going to say that we are in an era that everybody wants to be such an individual that we have to put a fucking label on every single
Nobody
fucking.
wants to be an individual. That's
that's the thing. They want
they
want their individuality in a group.
Nobody wants to be individuals in the
They
society.
want their individuality in a group. They want to be known. They want to be seen as individuals, but actually be a part of a group that's marginalized, so they can
recognize
be lifted.
us and accept me.
It really started with MySpace, bro. Like I have this weird fucking like we yearn to be accepted by other people once all of this social media shit started, but we also wanted to make ourselves different from everybody else, so we changed our backgrounds. We put our somebody else's music to somehow represent us as if that's
I love that
our
shit.
Right.
My MySpace was my shit.
We are so desperate as a society now to not be like everything else, like the people were before us, because you look at pictures and everybody dressed the same. Everybody was all the same all the time. And we're so desperate to find our own sub-genre of being black, of being white, of being
So
intellect.
we're constantly looking for a category.
Always. And so now you get these LGBTQ Disney Plus people. You know what I'm saying? you get Hotep black people now. You get motherfucking, and so there's so many different categories of every group of person.
Well, I think the end goal though is to make it so that there's not these labels and that we're just humans.
Well, we keep making the labels.
No,
you can't get rid of labels by making them.
I'm part of this organization. I'm part of this group.
That's the goal that everyone acts like they're trying to get to. Oh, complete acceptance, and that's bullshit.
Everybody wants to
that
be
is
on,
such a
everybody wants to be on top.
false narrative.
Whatever on top looks like, as an individual, you want that. And so if being a part of a certain group will eventually lead you to be on top, you're going to do that. Period. Whether it's going with this marginalized group, if I want these rights, I want to see if I can get on top. Eventually the gays is going to be on top. Let me start, not to say that they're not gay, but let me start categorizing myself as X, Y, and Z so I can eventually ascend to here. And people of all Black Lives Matter, people join groups, even that kind of shit that's supposed to be good, to try to lift themselves up to be on top. Whatever you can do.
I think they're trying to reach for equality. I don't think they're looking to be on top.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But at the everyone,
I think black people in general and gay people in general, but I think that when you see, like, I guess the vocal minorities of the minorities, the loud ones that was saying we are, respect our, like that's not, a lot of people are quiet. A lot of people just want to
attention seek,
real equality. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that there shouldn't be people that break down barriers and be loud, but again, having all these categories just to make yourself feel like you're something different, I feel like it's we have become to a society since we see everybody, we see the Kim Kardashians, we see this, we see that, and now we want to feel like we're individuals, but somehow be accepted by everyone. It doesn't work like that.
So men should be accepted equally on Valentine's Day as women.
You goddamn right.
No, I'm sticking with Valentine's Day.
All right, wait. You said that you don't really get into Valentine's Day like that because your son was born on Valentine's Day.
Correct.
And happy birthday to him on top, ahead of time. Prior to your son being born on Valentine's Day, did you and your husband celebrate it?
Yeah, we did.
So, did you look for him to be the initiator of whatever festivities might be going on, like either taking you out to dinner or getting you something or whatever?
Yeah, I like for him to take the lead on that.
Why? Is it because
it's
of
easier for me?
But I'm asking, is it because of what you were saying before? Like, how often does your wife do X, Y, and Z for you throughout the year? Where it's like, no, motherfucker, this is your day to take it.
I mean, no, that's not the case. I mean,
society accepts it, and so you're down with it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Why would I fight it? It's
exactly, and that's okay. That's the nature of humanity. It works for me, so why am I gonna bitch?
Path of least
Did
resistance.
you just turn that around on
Yeah,
me?
he definitely that happened.
No, but if you listen to me, I always say that, like, it's okay to be that way because we're contradicting by design. Like, that's who we are. Just embrace this shit. Don't be mad. Like, I just
think it's funny that you think that the fact that you have to get your wife chocolates on Valentine's Day creates this big inequality between.
I've had these thoughts since a kid, since I was a young adult. Like, high school, I've always thought that. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, why do I gotta come bring this girl? She don't even really want to kiss me like that, and I gotta buy her a motherfucking stuffed animal and some chocolates? Like, what the fuck am I getting?
Listen, I feel like when I was younger, I learned that when you did certain things on Valentine's Day, like, there were perks to it. Like, as a married man, I understand what you're saying, right? But when we were young adults, right, teenagers and shit like that, like, yeah, you trying to get that.
I'm trying to get some booty.
That $100 earrings because you trying to get in there.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
at that point, when you're a young adult,
that was a gateway.
Then pussy is the gift. And when you're young, you know what I'm saying? But now
you need to hold out, Rebecca.
Wait, all right. So
listen,
January 10th.
I do dick strikes. I do dick strikes if I could. Like, I'm fine with it, so it wouldn't bother me.
You're gonna.
I think we should place bets on how many days till he's sweating.
Oh man, I would win so much money. Jesus Christ, I'll take you on the bet too. I don't lose.
I think that
All right, I'm going with 300 days.
I give you 365.
300.
300 days.
How much money though?
Y'all are wildin'. Why?
How much
I
money?
mean, how are you going to prove that that's the
you could ask her. Yeah,
She
she'll
can
tell the
lie.
truth.
If it's because she's winning too. If you get money, bro.
Yeah, Rebecca she wouldn't. She would tell the truth because that's who she is.
Not for nothing.
Well, then I can't go too high on it because everyone has a number.
Oh yeah, I definitely
Everyone
have
has
a
a
number.
number.
That's why I'm just saying.
You
What's
ain't
the
getting,
number?
you ain't getting that kind of time frame out of me. Fuck that.
It's got to be worth it, of course. You know what I'm saying? To take that kind of bet.
So like $1 a day is not enough.
The $365
Yeah, that's not a lot.
for
Yeah,
no
that's-
for no sex for a year. That
I mean, how much are you really expecting to get out of
don't know,
Trisha?
but
Like, what
I
the
mean-
fuck?
I'm
Like,
not wealthy.
That's-
yeah, you know, like,
I'm just saying. Yeah, but that's not worth it for me.
that's an interesting question. I'm gonna ask the
It
guys.
would have to be a lot of money.
Like, I'm gonna ask the guys this question because I feel like for women it's a very easy answer. Because I feel like women can go forever. How much money would it take for you to not have sex for a year?
It would take 6 figures
It would take 6 figures for you not to have sex for a
or
year.
close to it. It would have to be between.
So $100,000.
Oh yeah,
$100,000 that's 6 figures.
hell yeah.
Okay, Fabian, like how much money would you need
And
to be
you
paid?
mean by sex? You mean
Yeah,
you mean
exactly.
penetration, intercourse?
I mean
No,
any kind
the
of
whole
sexual
shebang.
activity.
Can I hug my wife?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
that I don't consider that
Give her
sexual
a hug.
activity.
Game on.
So $100,000.
spooning,
Easy money. Know what?
No spooning.
No,
That's fine.
There's no oral. There's no anal. There's
Fine.
no kind of penetrating any orifice of your wife.
Good, $100K.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. How much would it take you,
easy
babe?
money. I wouldn't do it for more than that too. That's just a low number.
That's the bottom dollar.
Right. That's
the floor.
I got you. That's, he wants to know what his ceiling is.
Infinite.
I would say about 75,000.
For a year.
You know
You
what's
gotta put
funny?
some more-
I say that
more
now,
value
but
in your
that's
dick,
a long
man.
fucking time.
Yeah, that.
But you can jerk off. There's no something you can jerk off. There's no don't.
Yeah,
don't
there's
change
no
it.
stipulations
Can't
to
move
that.
the goalposts now.
No, there's no stipulations.
Easy money. Easy.
No, just kidding.
That's easy money, bro. Because your wife could be there, your girl could be there. Just can't touch. There's always
Come
a
on,
loophole.
bro.
There's got to be a number.
Give me.
75K.
Okay.
Are you just trying to
Okay.
lowball John? Like, so someone offers you this opportunity?
I think she has a number. Do you have a number, Trish?
Yeah, but I'm not going to disclose it.
Okay.
But
What's your
all right,
number?
no,
What's
no.
your number, Frank? How long for a year? How much? What's your number?
Oh, you got to get me 7 figures.
$1 million, nigga.
Why do I not
I mean,
want to
guess
be
if we're-
intimate with my wife?
If anybody's agreeing to it automatically, then yes, I
feel
would
like
take
you would
9
go for
figures.
lower than that.
If somebody walked in with a briefcase right now of hundreds and was like, I'll give you this shit right now, no tax, nothing. You walking out of this bitch right now, and you just can have sex with your wife until February 6th, 2021. You would be like, nah, get that shit to John, because I'm taking it.
Yeah, I tell you to take
And then
it.
we're going to the bar.
I don't. It's easy to say that I would.
No.
But like
You know what?
I'm thinking about what the
You're a
torment that
lucky
the
man-
next year
you're
would
a-
be.
You're a lucky guy because you found the $1 million pussy, bro. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. All right.
That was a really good
All
punchline.
right.
You know? I appreciate that. But I mean, that's what you're telling me.
For me,
Shots, listen.
my man's like
All right.
I enjoy being with my wife.
I would also take 7 figures, though.
No, you already gave your body.
Yeah.
No one's gonna give you your ceiling, bro.
Well, whatever.
You already gave your floor.
Listen.
That's what everyone goes for. You fucked up the negotiation.
Listen, ask your wife if she'll take $100K to not have
See,
sex with you for a
I
wife.
believe that she would take it. But I also think that
She's a
that's why I
smart
didn't
woman.
ask Trisha. That's why I didn't ask Trisha, because I feel like it's easier for a woman. I don't know why. I think
that too.
I think it's because they already exercised the control
I don't
to the
think it's easier
situation.
for the women. I
They
think
do.
that women
They
got
absolutely
y'all
do.
believing that they don't like sex just as much as you do.
No. I don't think my wife. I don't think it has anything to do
And
with
they want
liking
it.
sex. I think that
They-
they know that their control is there, for this situation. There's
Man,
not a lot.
Y'all niggas
All
look
right.
different to me.
No, listen. Oh, my wife come out in front of me butt ass naked, doing whatever. Like, it's immediate temptation, right? I personally think for most women, her husband comes out butt ass naked, fucking twirling his dick.
While you're there, go throw out the trash.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sorry.
Did you clean your mess up? I don't know. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't think so.
I don't get that experience that you get. Is all I'm gonna say. I don't. That shit does not compute.
No,
She's gonna lose.
I'm saying that I think a man will get and rise more easily than their wife would in role reversal.
Okay, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying the control, like the temptations, are different.
I guess it depends, man. A lot goes into that. Are you hitting it right? Are you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes into it.
I think most
that matters.
There are a lot of situations where I think like women like the male body, but we're not the best to look at.
I don't think they like dicks.
I think men are more visual.
Yeah,
like, it's going to have a different effect for a man than for a woman, and
100%.
It is what it is.
A woman comes out butt ass naked, you are immediately ready to go. Attention.
Nah.
You know,
I'll have family going. She come out the shower and I'm watching Family Guy.
This is
But
exactly
I'm talking about tempting you. If a woman comes out tempting you,
she come out here on some. You come out on some shit.
yeah, you come. She comes out tempting you. That's what I'm saying.
My dick, it
if
works.
she comes out tempting you, she's gonna get a faster rise out of you than if you come out tempting her.
That's not true.
I think so.
No, that's not.
I think
but
so.
Then, I
No,
don't.
it depends
I
on
don't.
what you're doing.
Listen,
Because, like you said,
if and I,
differently
right.
I'm saying you walking out the bathroom twirling your dick, talking about yo, let's go.
Yeah, but no, that's not. If she come out here
Because
swinging her
men are
titties, you're not
visual
gonna
and
feel
women
she's
not.
sexy. It's not that. If you go up to her and you just give her a nice little kiss on the neck.
I'm not
You know what
talking.
I'm
I'm
saying?
talking about visually. You're talking about
But
contact. I'm
you're-
talking visual.
no,
Like
what
Trisha
you
said, men
was
are more
you can't
visual.
get a rise out of your woman.
That's no. I said that you can't immediately get a rise out of your woman physically. If you come out the shower
I do.
and just perform something for her.
I don't. Oh, you mean like twerking and shit? Like how they
Whatever.
can twerk?
Right. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but you
Women
don't-
have that.
But you you don't
different
understand. But you just
interaction.
walking out of the shower. How
I think
they
you guys both agree, but you're not listening to each other.
that happens a lot.
It's kind of been a 20-year
Yeah, it is.
relationship kind of thing.
Can you tell we know each other? I
I
don't
think
know,
we
man.
would have gotten it by now.
I think that a man don't have to. He doesn't have to do the same things because that's not attractive. But what you can do is just come out the shower, and she will think just that alone is enough to get a rise out of her. That alone.
It depends. So, sometimes that's the case, but I know exactly what you're saying, PJ, because there's certain things that.
My man, can you talk into the front of your mic?
I
I'm
am
sorry.
talking
No,
to
you're
the front of my mic.
talking
My
to the
edit-
side of it.
you're gonna make my
like
editing
you're
suck.
caressing.
Man,
Anyway,
is what it
we gotta get to the point. We're at almost an hour. We're almost at an hour.
Oh, I thought
you need a little bit of.
Yeah,
you need a little
right,
bit of
yeah,
both. And like I
see?
said, women
Yeah.
operate differently than we do, so we gotta actually. I mean, for John, that's pretty fucking awesome. I wish I could just come out and be like, "Yo, what's up?" Boom.
Yeah,
And ready to go.
I mean, I'm not trying to do
it's on.
anything, but if she's attracted to you, that's you. She's going to be ready to go. Like, what do you
You're
mean?
right. You know what? You probably should.
You can get things turning. My point is, it's harder for a guy to get things turning than it is for a girl to get things turning. That's my
False.
point.
I don't agree.
I listen.
I don't agree.
I might have to agree with PJ a little bit.
I don't.
But I'm
Well,
not saying you're completely wrong because I know
I'm
there's
judging-
some out
I'm
there
I'm not
judging
saying he's
y'all.
that are just
completely
like, you
wrong.
walk out,
I'm
it's
talking
on.
about ease of being able to withhold. I think is easier for
I
women.
wish
That's
I
my
could,
point.
I wish I could share more, but I'm not going to. But I would if I wasn't being recorded right now.
What I'm gonna say though is with Valentine's Day coming up, we would encourage our listeners to check out reliefbybecky.com for some more exotic pleasures.
The website. It's our website. Go put it out there. But some real cool stuff. If for couples and stuff like that. Some fancy things. Some lingerie. Some toys to make things exciting.
Some pleasurables.
So that's reliefbybecky.com. If you sign up for our newsletter, you get 10% off your first order. So
Sign up, people.
and
Hit
anything
that.
over $25 free shipping. So we got y'all.
Hey, y'all got any last second points? Something you forgot to get in? It's gonna come up. I know I'm gonna have something later on.
It's fine.
Like, damn, I should have said that. Like,
Make Valentine's Day equal.
My nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
Trisha.
My last word is advice for men.
Oh,
Treat your woman like a queen every day, not just on Valentine's Day.
Facts.
I like
Good
that.
point.
I like that.
That was good.
I support that message. Alpha 5 supports that message.
Word.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Frank, aka PJ, here with John,
Yo.
Fabian,
Yep.
and Trisha.
Bye.
Thank you for coming through. Remember, we are all alphas at something. Peace.